Lions TV, this is a post-match analysis video for Tuesday's 2-1 defeat against Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough. Again, sorry the VT's up a little bit late. I went to interview Paul Moody for a Millwall Memories in a Lions Lounge on Monday. I stayed over in Portsmouth. I drove straight to Sheffield on Tuesday. And then after the game Tuesday, I stayed over again, back at the hotel. I was uploading fan cams and full-time reactions, followed by an away day the next morning. So I didn't get home until late yesterday. But anyway, let's put the violins away and crack straight on. Big team news, as we all know by now. Aidan O'Brien, Steve Morrison and Lee Gregory rested/dropped to the bench. Surprised everyone. Let's take a look at 11 at the start of the match. In goals, Jordan Archer. Right back, Conor McLaughlin. Left back, James Meredith. Partnership of the centre defence was Jake Cooper and Sean Hutchinson. Jed Villar on the right. Shane Ferguson on the left. George Saville and Ryan Tunnicliffe in the central midfield. And up front, Fred Onyedema. And finally, with his first start of the season in the league, Tom Elliott. Where do we start? I guess straight away the reason he rested them, and that was confirmed pretty much that, you know, he wants to rest them for a Burton game. Listen, he's been saying all season, people have been saying all season he should be dropping Morrow and he should be starting Elliott. And now he's starting Elliott. People are saying, why is he dropping Morrow? He's never going to win as the manager. He's always going to upset someone. And he made a decision which he thought was right. Personally, I probably would have gone with my strongest team against Sheffield Wednesday, and then against Burton, maybe a lesser side. Is that fair to say? I still think Tom Elliott and Fred up front and a home crowd behind us, and someone on the left would have been enough to beat Burton. I think Sheffield Wednesday had a bigger test. But listen, hindsight is a wonderful thing. We've gone to a big English club there, one of the biggest ones in the division. 2 years in a row, they've only just missed out on the playoffs. Last year, they lost to, obviously, eventual winners Huddersfield. The year before, they lost in the final to Hull at Wembley. You know, some of the players, they got the goalkeeper, Kieran Westwood. They got Barry Bannon. They got Jordan Rhodes. You know, they got some great players for that division. Players that millions have had paid from down the years. So, you know, and we've gone there with no Sean Williams, no Byron Webster, and the other three that got dropped out. So we really are competing. You know, we've not been disgraced at all once in the league this year. But on the flip side of that, you know, there is... we've lost every single game, obviously, but barring, I think, 2 we've drawn away. So, would you rather have took a 4-5-0 Tonkin in one of them games to a 1-1? It's okay, you know, we're not getting disgraced, but we just can't seem to get that win away from home. Getting into the game, you know, it was the worst possible start. We could see this sort of after a couple of minutes, ball out wide, the guy gets time to take aim and clip his ball in, and it's stabbed in from sort of 6-7 yards. All right, fair enough. We never let our heads drop anymore. That's what I like about us. We've gone again. We kept at them. We was a better team after that. Eventually, we got our reward. Lovely ball from George Saville through to Fred. Fred sort of brings the ball down. He sort of bundles through them, Fred, doesn't he? Like, similar to Elliott does, I think. They're quite, you know, quite deliberate, quite hustle and bustle. They just sort of fall through people, but they always seem to get where they need to go. Fred breaks into the box, shoots, deflects off a defender, and Tom Elliott, Kung Fu-esque. Great finish. I don't know... I've still watched it back so many times, I can't really work out what happened. It's sort of, should he have edited it, should he put on his left foot? Doesn't matter. He sort of wrapped his right round it somehow, and it's gone in the side net. Brilliant finish from Elliott. And then we had a couple of chances after that. Ball across the box from Jed Wallace. Another one across the box from Fergie, which couldn't get on the end of it. And then, bang, right on the stroke of half-time. As your luck, free-header from a corner. It's bad marking. I've actually watched it back because I'm busy over and over again, and it was Conor McLaughlin's man. McLaughlin lost him, so as good as I think McLaughlin is for us, it's, well, 2 goals have come from his side, so probably not one of McLaughlin's best games. Second half, unfortunately, was just a bit of nothing. Nothing really happened. We had a couple of chances. Fergie had one, he kicked straight at the keeper. Jed had a chance to shoot, and he just took an attorney over. He didn't pull the trigger. But yeah, and then the thing that went a little bit weird for me was after resting the 3 players, in a panic, we sort of brought all 3 of them on. You know, Fred needed to go off, in my eyes. He was blowing. He looked like he needed to go off. Saville looked very, very tired as well towards the end. But yeah, if you're not going to start them players because you want to rest them for Saturday, you know, just leave them out altogether and just take the loss. Obviously, a big talking point, Jake Cooper gets sent off. Listen, he's a young talent, Jake Cooper, but, you know, there's 2 sendings off for us now. He's got a lot, he needs to gain a lot of experience, let's put it that way. But he's not technically out of his depth, anything but that. He's a very good defender, but he'll make these decisions as a young footballer and he'll learn from them. But now, Saturday is the big one. What happens Saturday home to Burton? You know, you got Mbulu there, you got Rooney, you've also got Tony Craig. You've got Conor McLaughlin's played as part of a back 3 against Germany for Northern Ireland. So could he come into the central and push Marlon to right back? Only time will tell. Yeah, so that's it. That's your post-match analysis done. There'll be a pre-match prediction up tomorrow, and I'll try and squeeze a player ratings in, but it's looking unlikely. All eyes on the manager in the team selection Saturday. If he gets it right and we beat Burton 3 or 4-0, it looks like a masterstroke. I'll see you at the den if you're going. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.